Is it working, guys? Is it working? Yo, is anybody there? Where am I at? For some reason my stuff wasn't working for a second. We back though. What's today? Wednesday? What's going on, guys? So nothing but drama. Yeah, basically. So we got Craig Jones, guys. Apparently they freed him. They freed Craig Jones. My audio's not working, but you can see here. We'll look at that a little bit later, but yeah. You guys' favorite Craig Jones. Basically the most popular man in jiu-jitsu. The bad boy of jiu-jitsu, basically. Our number one marketing genius. So I know you guys love Craig Jones. So, we thought he got arrested the other day, but marketing stunt as always. That's the people's champion. Shout out to Craig Jones. I hope he's living a good life, man. Living a healthy life over here. Yeah, Stone Cold Steve Austin. We got some comments over here. That's more like it. Glad to know my comment was noticed on the last video. I don't know what he said last time, but what did he say? Nice call. Look, Ma, I made it in the real. The best grappler, showman, and entertainer of the whole wide world. We tried to get you arrested so you could stay in Austin. The savior of entertaining jiu-jitsu. In Jones we trust. It's crazy that as good as Gordon Ryan is, Craig Jones will be the biggest name in the sport's history. I think Dylan Dennis is the biggest name in the sport's history. Can anybody confirm that for me? I believe Dylan Dennis is the biggest name in jiu-jitsu. Gordon Ryan and Craig Jones are up there too, though. When I asked ChatGPT to define aura, that's my Uncle Craig, the cheat code to Dagestani wrestling, the BJJ superstar, the man, the myth, the legend. So you guys love him. Jones 420, I snorted. Oh, can't say that. CGI 2 walkout unlocked. He's done a lot, man. He's still in his early 30s, I believe, so he's done a lot. The man behind the CGI genius plan. A life well lived and well explored. Savage, legend, the boss, the legend. All for second place. All that for second place. Yep. When didn't he break the picture? When did he break the picture on the other side? That was dangerous. Yeah. So I think that's probably the marketing stunt. We'll look at that in a second. Thank God the song's not playing. Every time I play a song on Instagram, I get hit with something. So that's the people's champion right there. That's Craig Jones. That's who you guys admire, who you guys worship. I'll make a video about Craig Jones. That's fine. As I'm always gonna try to slip in some jiu-jitsu. I'll use Craig's name to educate you guys on some jiu-jitsu as well. Okay. So let's see if we got the video. We ain't got no audio? Let me pull it up, guys. Jesus Christ. I got to stay pulling up the audio. Let's see what he's got to say over here. Can we restart it?
He's a funny guy. fuck is this shit still going on? Dude. What the fuck is this shit still going on?
Quan, I know you like Craig Jones, man. Yo, I do that. I go to Flow Grappling headquarters and I do that. I'm definitely getting arrested for sure. For sure, they taking me out for real. Not no marketing stunt. Alec, we got to escort you out of here. We're actually arresting you too. Flow Grappling would not allow me to do that, but Craig Jones can do it. Says case dismissed. Small claims court refused to take it. It says George even stopped glass from getting in your pants. That actually was kind of dangerous, huh? He could have torn up his knee. He could have been out. I can't afford to do that, guys. Craig Jones got a lot more money than me. He can do that. I might have hurt myself doing that. Says nothing, my man. I don't know who that is. Now we're talking. El Segundo Podcast Studio is going to look sick. Are they gonna steal the picture? What are they gonna do? I've heard there is a new wallpaper all over the studio, and it's just Gordon's face. What's going on? What's going on with Gordon and Craig Jones again? What's going on, Bren? Can somebody fill me in? I'm out the loop, guys. Says, can we have a new podcast? Flow Bulls coming to you soon. Yeah, maybe there's some. That's kind of what's that? I mean, I don't know if that was marketing or he just was a little angry or what. I mean, clearly it was staged, right? Because he got the camera on him. You say Flow Bulls, then get pissy when someone has oh, well, I can't say that part. For some reason, I was halfway expecting the Stone Cold theme song to start playing after breaking the picture. Missed opportunity. They got to redo it now. Good first draft. Agreed. Immediate edit required. Jones 316. Also, I'm available for, oh, can't say that. That's a spam. If you need a good lawyer, please don't reach out. I'm not that great, so call someone else. Let's see. Perfect lawyer ad for a B team member though. Craig, let's go. When you're a savage, it does not matter. Glass as good as Gordon's immune system. Oh, dang. That was a low blow, bro. One sick Gordon beats 100 Craig Joneses. Funny, uncalled for, but funny. Inflammatory comment got my system nervous. Felipe Pena? Is he in there? Oh, somebody else. J-Rod making a deep fake of this and gooning to it as we speak. Yo, we got J-Rod on here too, guys. Don't worry, J-Rod's coming back. We've been taking L's in the grappling community. We got a little bit of Kyle Snyder. We got a little bit of J-Rod on here too. They got Kyle Snyder, guys. They got the video. They got the body cam footage. We're gonna be looking at the body cam. They got him, bro. I don't know. You can't explain that, man. They got him. 4K, bro. He cooked. Any more comments? I'm sure there's more comments. 27,000 likes. We can't get 27,000 likes on a jiu-jitsu technique, but you can get 27,000 likes for Craig Jones breaking the picture of Gordon. That just reminds me, I just saw a new video by John Thomas. I think we need to check that out real quick. CJI2 on Flow. We're thinking that's what's going to happen. I'm not sure how that's going to play out, but we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. Yeah, we're going to read that. We got the J-Rod. We got the Kyle Snyder. We got the Craig Jones. Nothing but drama, man. You guys think I'm not fighting the drama. The drama's already up here. It's everywhere. 27,000 likes. You post a technique, 200 likes maybe. John Thomas posts a video technique, he might get 300 likes. A technique that could change your whole jiu-jitsu game. But you know, that's just the world we live in. Says this for sure didn't seem planned based on their reactions. I can't tell. I can't tell what's going on. I don't know what's real anymore. It says what's going on at B Team lately. Nobody knows. What is going on at B Team? Is he trying to like distract from the B Team drama, or I mean he's got too many things going on. He got the B Team drama, he's got CJI 2, he's got whatever he's doing with his life. He's got to keep you guys entertained. But when does he take care of himself really, guys? Who's taking care of Craig Jones? Let's see. Missed opportunity for the Stone Cold Steve Austin theme song. Yep. Did you get a prison tattoo of naked Gabby? Oh, well, that's inappropriate. Well, you know, we got the wrestling. Jiu-jitsu is becoming wrestling, pro wrestling now. So yeah, it's just how it's going. That's just the. Let's look at John Thomas though, man. I want you guys to learn some jiu-jitsu first before we. He had a good video. I just glanced at it, but it was a good video on the one person has your pant. That cross pant grip, you know. I almost got hit with something in Nogi by that. So let's see what John's got to say.
Pant grip is one of the most effective passing grips in jiu-jitsu. It's so effective for passing, and once your opponent makes it, it's so difficult to break. But here's a quick trick for easily getting rid of it.
Thanks, John. We need this.
Pant pass can be extremely difficult because people get this cross pant and pin this leg, and it's really hard to break. It gets even worse if they can grab my lapel and lock in. So the first thing I focus on is defending the lapel. I don't want him to get the lapel. It gets a lot harder then. And what most people do wrong is they grab this sleeve and they try to break, but his hand can follow. So as I defend the lapel here, I quickly try to catch both hands on the wrist. This locks his hand in position. Now if I quick kick, I can break really fast. I bring my leg back out and be careful about letting them regrip.
Awesome.
The cross pant grip is one of the...
So this is what I wish we focused on, guys. I know you guys love Craig Jones, but I wish we celebrated like the good instructors. I'm not saying myself or anything, but guys like John Thomas, you know, Jason Rao, you know, whoever else is doing some good stuff. You know, what's the other guys? What's the other guy from New York that does some really good content? I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Yeah, but I wish these guys, I mean, you know, I wish these guys were getting hundreds of likes, you know. I'll leave a comment for you, John, bro. Man, awesome. Awesome. I can't type. Yeah, but it's something we need. You guys need. Do you need? What do you need more? Do you need Craig Jones entertaining you, or do you need John Thomas showing you how to break that off? Yeah, I mean, this is what I wish was celebrated more in the community, but it's not. You guys want the drama, you want the entertainment, but I mean, you again show you a good technique, 5 views, 5 likes. So shout out to John Thomas, great technique.
It would be nice if people at my gym would look at techniques like this rather than flash stuff that is a lightning in a bottle. RIP. They really need it. Easy to apply and remember.
Yeah, man, I wish that was the case. So this is the story we read yesterday. You know, Craig Jones escorted out of Flow Grappling offices. Yeah. So that's, you know, basically what the thumbnail's inspired by. So that's what we were like, Craig Jones getting arrested. I guess for breaking. The thing is, isn't he wearing different shorts? Or maybe it looks different. Yeah, those shorts are different, bro. It's staged. Different shorts. Yeah, he was wearing different clothes. Well, go check out John Thomas, bro. I haven't covered any bolos in a long time. Cousin Tony got some good stuff too. So yeah, you know, we thought Craig Jones got arrested. Not really, but He said he got acquitted. So yeah, yesterday, you know, we had the girl Alex Windling. I know you guys know who she is. She's works with Craig Jones as part of the Craig Jones Invitational and co-hosts his podcast. She said this is by far the most little prank out of proportion, and quite frankly, lying to the cops. She later posted a video to her social media to reassure fans, "Hey guys, today has been one of the most hectic days ever. So if I haven't gotten back to you, I'm sorry. A lot of people have been reaching out to me and checking on Craig, including his brother, because he can't get in touch with him. Seth is handling everything, and it's not my place to say what exactly went down. When Craig does have the chance to tell his side of the story, which should be relatively soon, I doubt that he will have to spend the night in jail. The jiu-jitsu world's gonna have a freaking heyday with all this. So what the heck, Flo? Oh, maybe he did get arrested." Did Craig Jones actually get arrested? Jones also addressed the situation directly, assuring fans he's fine and promising a full explanation. "Quick update, guys. Everything's totally fine. There's been a massive miscommunication. I've been able to update you guys tomorrow. My lawyer said I can't speak any further about this, but I'm okay." I believe. Did he get arrested? Can anybody find that mugshot and send it to me? That doesn't look like the real. Is that the real prison jail outfit, guys? I don't know. I don't know what's real anymore. I think a lot of people thought it was real. Again, when this entertainment starts blurring lines, you know, Quan likes this kind of entertainment, but then there's like a blurred line of, oh, is this real or is this not real? Just a marketing stunt. That's true, marketing, but again, the line gets blurred. People don't understand Quan. Alrighty, but again, you guys might be sharper than the average person. Yeah, it does. But a lot of people, I'm assuring you, I bet you the majority of people didn't know that it was, you know, marketing. They thought it was real. Craig Jones is in jail. So again, I'm more so warning you guys against the blurring of the lines. You know, look at the B team situation. You know, Craig Jones over here marketing. We can't tell what's real, what's not real. But then say he's serious over there at the B team. We can't tell. I'm just saying there's. There we go. Quan, how you know all that, bro? Quan, who you been visiting in jail, Quan? Let's see. So moving on. Actually, let me not put Kyle Dake over here next to Kyle Snyder. I don't want you guys getting those guys confused. This year has been like all the Jacobs getting in trouble, the Kyles are getting in trouble. I think the Alex are up. I'm hoping the Alexes are up to this year, 2025. So you know, we had Kyle Snyder. They got him on camera, guys. They got him on camera, man, on the body cam. So we're gonna check this out real fast and see how they did my man out there. So it's not just jiu-jitsu, guys. It's all the grappling. All the grapplers are taking some L's. Okay. So this is for fair use. You know, not defamation. It's not defamation if they got you on the body cam, is it, guys?
Start with that, sir. Hands behind your back. Yes, sir. Hands.
Yo, they need a couple guys to arrest him.
Palms together. Yes, sir. No, listen. Relax.
together.
Breathe for a second, all right, man?
Yes, sir.
All right, this is Olympic champion. Guys, grab him. Get a hands on the floor. Knees on the ground.
Keep that right hand right where it's at. I'll pinch on your shirt.
They got him, guys. They got him. You know they had their hands on their guns.
All right, man, listen.
If he moves, shoot him.
Do the walk of shame. Yep.
Do the walk of shame. Oh, no. Kyle Snyder. Snyder. Do the walk of shame. Oh, no.
Thank you very much.
Hey, I hope he's not wearing a Rudis shirt, bro. If he's wearing that Rudis shirt, bro. All right, Rudis. What are we doing now, Rudis? They got him on camera.
I'm sorry.
Just drop your drawers. You can get there later.
Yeah.
There you go. I guess we.
Yep.
I hope he's got some pants on. He ain't got no. Oh
All right,
no.
well, hold on.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
What property do you have in this room
He
besides
didn't have no
your shoes
pants
here?
on.
That's it.
That's it. Okay.
Kyle.
You got that? We'll walk.
Kyle, they caught you with your pants off. Oh my
make a
God.
This way.
Kyle.
What's your name, dude? My name
Dang.
is Kyle. Kyle. All right, Kyle. Listen. You have any warrants or anything like that?
No,
sir.
I'm Olympic champion.
So assuming everything goes smooth, no crazy circumstances, you're gonna get a summons and released. Okay.
Okay.
So you
I live in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
You should have. He got some spam in here. Yo, my man had his pants down. You see that? The blur.
Your shirt.
They had to blur his pants. They had to blur the bottom.
Do the walk of shame.
Yep.
Do the walk of shame. Do the walk of shame.
What's that?
He had to go. He had a Rudis t-shirt, an Olympic gold medal on, no pants. Dang, they got him. They caught him slipping. Kyle, why weren't you in Pennsylvania, bro? Why weren't you in Pennsylvania?
No, it's 6.
Why wasn't he in Pennsylvania? Oh man, we're gonna watch another video of that, guys. Again, this is for educational purposes. Hope you guys, keep your pants on. Don't do nothing stupid. Make good decisions out here, okay? God, dog, they got him, bro.
New at 6 tonight, we now have the body camera video of the arrest of former Ohio State wrestler Kyle Snyder. This was a story 10 TV first broke yesterday. Snyder was arrested on Friday night for engaging in prostitution. 10 TV's Lacey Crisp walks you through that video.
The body-worn camera video shows Snyder inside the hotel room, and the moment uniformed police officers show up and put him in handcuffs.
They got him, guys.
Please.
Dang it, Kyle.
Camera video from
I hope
Columbus
he
Police from
wasn't,
Friday night during a prostitution sting.
added full
According
attention
to
over
court
there.
records, former Ohio State and Olympic gold medal wrestler Kyle Snyder responded to an online ad and arranged to meet up with a prostitute. Well, instead, he met an undercover officer. Court records say Snyder offered to pay $160.
That 160
for a
wasn't
sex
worth it,
act.
guys.
As soon as he put his money on the bed, uniformed officers walked in.
All right, man. Listen, I'm not gonna take you down the hallway through the walk of shame.
Officers asked Snyder who he
Oh,
was.
Rudis.
and what
I
he
saw the
does for a
Rudis shorts. Rudis.
I'm a wrestler for Team USA.
You ever wrestled Sammy Sasso?
I have.
Have you?
Yeah, he used to be my teammate.
Is that right?
Yep.
I worked on Sammy's case.
Officers walked him through the charges
Walk of
and what he
shame.
can expect.
All right, man. Just take it as a learning lesson. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
I know you live a regimented lifestyle.
I'm glad he didn't fight, man. They would have shot
What
him.
you do, obviously, right?
Yes.
So
No, I appreciate it.
take it as a learning thing,
Take it as learning.
And Snyder was issued a summons, so he's scheduled to be in court on May 19th. In Columbus, Lacey Crisp, 10 TV News.
So we don't know if he's gonna. Is the stream still up? Did YouTube knock the stream off for covering the news? I'm just asking. Oh, this situation's not good though. It's terrible.
I have.
Walk of shame. Pants were down. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. I'm glad they didn't catch no. Well, they might catch some jiu-jitsu guys. Give it some more time, man. That's just bad situation for his family. His wife and kids and his whole wrestling career. Basically, that's pretty bad, guys. Again, I'm trying to keep you guys on the straight and narrow. Quan wants you guys to do like Craig Jones. I'm trying to keep you guys from becoming Craig Jones. Man, it's rough out here, man. It's rough out here. So yeah, that was pretty bad too. Was there another video? All right, one more video, guys.
Former Ohio State wrestler and two-time Olympic medalist Kyle Snyder was arrested during a prostitution sting in Columbus. Snyder was one of 16 men arrested Friday. Police say he met an undercover officer at a hotel and paid cash after requesting a sex act. The three-time Olympian won gold in 2016 in Rio and silver in Tokyo in 2021. He's scheduled to appear in court next Monday.
So yeah, we don't know if he can wrestle. I mean, you guys saw it was on Who's Next. It was okay. It was fun. It was, it was a lot. It was kind of sensory overload. So I didn't train at the regular classes. We had like our own private kind of training. Can we find that? I don't think it's on YouTube. Oh, it is on YouTube. It was wild, man. People were wrestling bulls and music. Sorry, I don't hate Flow Grappling's music, but music in general. So yeah, we were at B Team. There's your boy.
So
there's your boy with the long hair back in the day.
Today, our first training session is at B Team headquarters owned by Craig Jones.
I was in my bad boy era, guys. I can't lie. I was, rocking sunglasses everywhere, long hair.
It's slightly awkward because we're in enemy territory. I see a bunch of security cameras. I don't feel too comfortable showing too many techniques in here because they will most likely steal it and try to use it against me in the future. But nonetheless, I'm here for my guys. We're here to get a sweat in. We're here to have some active recovery and get ready for the matches coming up this week.
So they took control over the...
So yeah, it was okay. The most fun... It's different. It's different. It's fun though. It's fun. Quan said he only wears gis though, Shoyoroll gis and AP gis, so he don't do no gi. So we got getting back to the stories. We got another Kyle. This time he's not in trouble. He's just wrestling. So I believe there's some we got a few wrestling tournaments coming up, matches and stuff coming up. Yeah, so this is from USA Wrestling. So, Kyle Snyder, he was supposed to wrestle for, Final X, which is for the World's team. But, they took him off I don't think they took him off the team, but for the advertisement, they took him off of there. So you got Kyle Dake over here, Jesse Mendez, Seth Gross, James Green, David Carr, Kyle Dake, Chance Marsteller, Jacob Cardenas, Hayden Zilmer. No Kyle Snyder on there. So they're asking people in the comments like, Snyder. Somebody's gonna be like, what happened? Why isn't he on there? I understand people are busy. You can't always be up to date, but I mean, if you do a sport, you should kind of have an idea of what's going on, right? A little bit. It says, God forbid a dude has some hobbies. What hobbies, bro? Check flow. Guys can't have fun. Guys can't have fun nowadays. You can as long as it's legal fun. Married with kids and the Christian example in wrestling world, he should step down out of the wake out of respect as he looks to get back on the right track. No JB. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know if he's going to be at Final X. So at least one Kyle is up, Kyle Dake. So he got signed by RAF, Real American Freestyle Wrestling, which is owned by Hulk Hogan and sponsored by Real American Beer. So it says Kyle's done more than most could dream, but the fight far from finished. Welcome to RAF. So I'm not sure how much these guys are getting paid or what. So thought he said Kyle Snyder for a second. Well, he hasn't been kicked out of anything so far. The only person that's been kicked out is J-Rod. I mean, Kyle Snyder, they got my man with his pants down. They caught him slacking, bro. Dang. I hope that don't happen to me ever. Knock on wood. Knock on some wood for me, guys. That don't ever happen to me. I'm hoping I'm never that down bad, man. But yeah, they signed a few people. Trent Hidley. They got David Carr. So we're gonna see. Of course, they got why they got Ben Askren, guys. Yeah, Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff launched Real American Freestyle, a freestyle wrestling league. It's the first ever unscripted freestyle wrestling league blending reality show style storytelling. I don't know if we need more of that. With elite amateur wrestling. The league, which aims to give world-class wrestlers a professional platform, has already signed stars like Ben Askren, Kennedy Blades, and Zahid Valencia. Hogan serves as commissioner and Bischoff, hope I'm saying that right, as chief media officer, with decorated coach Izzy Martinez joining as COO. Chief Operating Officer. The league recently raised funding undisclosed to bring its vision to life, aiming to turn freestyle wrestling into mainstream spectacle. Says this is cool. One of the biggest challenges. So we're seeing wrestling and jiu-jitsu and real life kind of mixing together. So I don't know what's real anymore. It's all acting at this point. Like when do people stop acting? So this is cool. One of the biggest challenges might be wrestlers getting into character. Very few mastered the art of showmanship in wrestling. I mean, well, they're busy wrestling. They don't showmanship. We're too busy trying to win. For as long as we are taught humility, which is part of the reason the sport is so great, but we also need to eat and want to be able to make a real living with this sport. So I'm hoping the wrestlers can make the adjustment. So I feel like the humility is counter to the showmanship. So some of you guys, you love the showmanship, but the humility goes away. There's no more humility. The respect goes away. There's no more boundaries. So it's like you guys get more entertained, but on the flip side, as you guys are more entertained, kind of, I feel like, at least from my perspective, the sport starts to suffer morally. And there might be more money in the sport. There's more money than ever in the sport. You got PGF, UFC Fight Pass, you got Flow Grappling, Zapatero, you got AIGA, you got all these tournaments, but I can't say that people are better. I'm not saying they were better back in the day, but I definitely don't think they're better now. So we'll see what happens. Or maybe people just are, I don't know. We'll see. Best of luck. Can't wait to see the first matches. Yeah, we'll see. This, I can't remember when this starts. Yeah, I don't know when it starts. Look at that AI generated content right there.
We're ready to roll, bro. We're backed up after backed up. Here's a couple for the weekend, brother.
I play that music, bro. That's Hulk Hogan. He's sponsoring everybody. Tax write-off. Let's move on to J-Rod, because actually you guys didn't know J-Rod was in. He's been in the news, but we got more stuff with J-Rod. I know some of you guys were defending him. So we'll see. J-Rod's ex-girlfriend comes forward, reveals deeper disturbing behavior behind the B-Team exit. So a lot of you guys were defending J-Rod, and I was thinking, I don't know. I don't think this was a one-off occurrence. It wasn't, it didn't happen one time to one person or something. So we'll see what's going on. I'm not trying to defame him. I'm reading the story. Which he kind of already agreed. He had a lot of misappropriate behavior. So she no longer trains at B-Team. Read more. Okay, so we're going to read the comments first, and then we'll hit the story in a little bit. It says another diabolical song choice. So I'm not playing any songs, hopefully. I did play for the John Thomas video, but that was worth it. I did that. I took that copyright hit for you guys, okay? Every time. I mean, that's everywhere. So I'd be taking a hit for you guys. To educate you guys, I'm taking a hit. So he is being punished for being a regular straight guy. Okay, well, we tough take, buddy. You are a danger to women. Gotta check that hard drive. Yo, we don't want to check some of you guys' hard drives out here. Don't know, dude. Sounds sketchy, to be fair. Not regular behavior. You just outed yourself big time. So you know what? I think we do got a lot of creeps in jiu-jitsu. We got a lot of predators over here in this sport. So if you're getting your wife or daughter, nieces, whoever into the sport, any kids, you be watchful, okay? Be mindful and be watchful of what's going on. Allegedly, this goes way past deviancy and perversion. Apparently, he was physically, I'm not going to say that word. Dr. Phil, dude, he was also, I can't say that word. Too straight for B Team. Of course, she comes forward now. What's the article say? I'm too lazy to read. Big Nut. We talked about Big Nut. Big Nut 00. He supports all the B Team guys. He is who Craig Jones is marketing to. Is this the creme de la creme guys of the sport? Big Nut 00. He's who we're trying to connect to. Big Nut 00. That's who we're trying to market to that dude. I mean, if that's our demographic, bro, we just need to go ahead and cancel jiu-jitsu already. If Big Nut 00 is who if that's who we're putting all this energy into, man, let's just give up on jiu-jitsu, man. Let's go find something else to do. Keeping a secret lookalike stash of your training partners is not normal, even if he didn't physically hurt someone. Now, do you really think someone who does that for years unchecked is just never going to escalate their behavior, never going to push the envelope? I mean, you guys like people that keep pushing the envelope. And I'm trying to warn you guys. I'm warning you guys against people that continue to push the envelope in these not so healthy ways. But those are the guys you guys love. You guys love these guys. You guys support and love these guys. Man, he was way too good for her. She broke the law hacking his phone. Free J-Rod. If someone has wronged me, I come forward with the more serious allegations first. Real or AI? He's definitely got his black belt in gooning. A lot of hidden comments on here. So this ain't the real story. It is like a link to the real story, which we'll get into a little bit. I love how you use the picture of him with a serial killer stare and some blood splatter on him. Well, that's the best picture we got of him. His pictures ain't helping him. Surviving J-Rod, a haunting story. So we'll get into that story, guys. Again, we're not victim blaming. We're not victim shaming. We got some other posts here. I believe this is from one of the ladies that trained. Do we have the trained at B Team? We'll read that real quick. And then we got the J-Rod article. Again, guys, you know, I wish we could just focus on jiu-jitsu. At least I showed the John Thomas video. That was some jiu-jitsu, right? Unfortunately, drama gets the views. You guys love drama. Let's see. So I believe this is one of, I don't know if this is from the ex-girlfriend or whatever. Is this the same thing? Oh, it's the same post. So we'll go to the BJJEE in a little bit. So we'll read what the girlfriend had to say, ex-girlfriend. First and foremost, I did not want to make a statement regarding, can you guys see it? Can I make it bigger? It's kind of cut off there. Yeah, you guys can't see it. Give me 1 second. Let's see what I can do. Ooh, technology. There we go. Can you guys see a little bit better? Maybe. First and foremost, I did not want to make a statement regarding Jacob Rodriguez, let alone a second one. Jacob Rodriguez put out another video which has misled people to believe he was asked to leave because he simply downloaded images off Instagram. This was only part of the story, which resulted in false information being circulated and blame being placed upon myself and the other women at B Team. There we go. She said other women, so not just one. The secret vault contained Instagram images and explicit images. Multiple folders were created or organized by the females' names. That's creepy, bro. Get him out of there. Get him out of there. You're out. You're out of B Team. Get out of here. Yo, if you see someone doing this stuff, bro, just, you know, bro, let the instructor know. Yo, coach, we got to get rid of this dude. The secret vault contained Instagram images and explicit images. Multiple folders were created, organized by the females' names, to which explicit images that resembled the female was placed into their named folder. To my knowledge, AI was not used and the photos were not secretly taken. I will not comment on the individuals as their privacy and safety is a priority. These photos were these photos were discovered in September 2024, so last year. Between September 2024 and December 2024, just a couple months ago, I said nothing to anyone other than family and friends that I confided in regarding the traumatic details of my relationship with Jacob. I did not go to B Team with these details. After months of feeling sick and disgusted, I decided to reach out to Nick Rodriguez. Oh, I don't think that was a good idea. that was not the best idea. But she reached out to Nikki Rodriguez on December 17th, 2024. She got the dates on here. Dang it, bro. That was pretty funny. The Dewey Decimal System. He was organized. This might have escalated, you know. I was physically ill, keeping information from him and acting like everything was okay in his presence for the past few months. I explained to Nick what I had saw and let him decide how he wanted to deal with this family matter. I quietly left B Team the following day, December 18th, 2024. After I spoke to Nikki Rodriguez, I did not run to the owner asking for Jacob's removal. When I canceled my membership, Jacob or the details stated above were not mentioned. One of the rumors circulating is that I ran to the owner of B Team requesting Jacob be banned from the team. This is false. In fact, I returned to B Team to compete in a show with Jacob sitting mat side mid-February 2025. I wanted to move on. Jacob Rodriguez and I's relationship officially ended in December 2024 after discovering more disturbing information regarding his behavior. Our last communication was February 2025, as Jacob spent the following months, December to February, pleading for forgiveness and promising to change as he had done our whole relationship. Again, I quietly left B Team in December 2024. I was contacted by Craig Jones in March 2025. That was a couple months ago. What is it? May? It's May. Yeah, so like 1 or 2 months ago. Where was I? I was contacted by Craig Jones March 2025. He asked me about some rumors that were circulating about Jacob Rodriguez. After providing him with my side of the story, they then spoke to Jacob, Nick, as well as other B Team members before swiftly removing Jacob Rodriguez from B Team. Even after his removal, I remained silent on the situation. Physical and emotional abuse occurred. He would push me. Well, again, I'm reading, guys. I'm not defaming him. I'm reading her statement here. He would push me, intimidated me, and pinned me down. Other times, he would prevent me from leaving the house by blocking doorways or knocking my belongings off my shoulder. So this sounds very similar to the other Jacob incidents, the other Jacob situation, which I already commented on a couple months ago. It was brought to my attention that Nick and Jacob were accusing me of lying and being crazy. Uh-oh, Nikki's in there too. Nikki Rod's in there too, guys. So I don't know what the future's going to hold for these guys. These are you guys' heroes. So they were accusing me of lying and being crazy instead of focusing on the issues, this is what happens on social media. We don't focus on the issues, but you guys attack the people telling the truth. They went straight to protecting Jacob's image, and I took this as an attempt to prevent me from coming forward. This is exactly why most women say nothing. Yeah, it's terrible, man. It's terrible. I lost my train of thought. Let's see. I took this as an attempt to prevent me from coming forward. This is exactly why most women say nothing. This behavior not only disgusted me, but hurt me as well. Did I make videos to vindicate myself? Yes. People are accusing me of attempting to destroy Jacob's career. Jacob's actions and behavior and his alone is what prompted B Team owners to make the decisions to remove him. The story was made public recently by a statement released. I did not release this statement. I decided to speak up as the women of B Team were being harassed. No woman involved deserves to be harassed or blamed. I did not gain anything from speaking out about this, and I am opening myself up to the backlash and online harassment, as well as having to relive a time in my life I wish to forget and move on from. This was not This was not about revenge, nor was it ever about revenge, as I didn't go after this individual or expose him to the public for his actions. I do not want anything from this other than creating a safer training environment for women, and I hope this information and the way this situation was handled by Craig Jones and Seth creates a standard for the sport that this behavior will not be tolerated. Jacob knows the truth. Hopefully one day he can come to grips with what he has done and focus on being a positive influence for the kids that looked up to him, as well as the women that want to participate in this great sport. So shout out to her for sharing this. I know it wasn't easy. I mean, you guys, people on Reddit be attacking, they attack everybody on Reddit. It's not really the most positive environment, really. So yeah, shout out to her for sharing that. Thank you. We appreciate it. We appreciate your just being open, because it would have been easy for her to not say anything, right? It would have been easier. Her life would be easier not to say anything than to bring this up. So again, I'm always careful, you guys, B Team's in this weird spot where they're super famous. They got a lot of power. They got a lot of pull. They got, a lot of Riz. Try to use the Gen Z terms. But, it's hard to know what's real sometimes, because the jokes, you guys are entertained, but this is a serious kind of situation. So I'm always careful, guys. Be careful who you follow, who you're looking up to. So you guys can read this, it's on Instagram. She says, please read both sides for the full statement. We got Alex again. She says, love you, sister. Thank you for being so strong. Thank you for coming forward and sharing your story. Not the people in the comments publicly outing themselves. Yikes. Yeah. We got some issues in jiu-jitsu, man. We got a lot of issues in this sport. And if it's ever gonna grow, we gotta change, man. We can't do what they were doing back in the day, 10, 15, 20, 30 plus years ago. I'm sorry you had to go through this. No woman should ever have to go through this. I want to thank you for speaking up, and hopefully that encourages others to speak up, as well as encourages other gyms to take proper actions when situations like this arise. I stand by you and support you. I'm not gonna go through these comments, but yeah, we gotta change things, man. We gotta change things, by putting a spotlight on this kind of story, and trying to make our academies. And I'm not saying it's not a big change, guys. Just when you're in academy, handle yourself appropriately. Only be professional in the academy. Don't be creepy. Take the safe sport training. If you see anything crazy, well, jiu-jitsu is in a weird space where, think about the schools, the academies. They need everybody there. They need the women. They need the kids. They need the masters people. They need the old folks. They need the young folks. You need everybody in that academy to make it work. There's no academy outside of New Wave. But even look at New Wave. You think when they open Kingsway, I assure you they're gonna have some female classes. They're gonna want female students. They're gonna want kids. They're gonna want gi, no gi. They're gonna want to make money. What business is gonna kick out, clients? No business kicking out clients. So as the sport is growing, you're gonna have to make the environment's got to change. There's no more bro. You can't have the bro culture anymore. That was cool in 2000, year 2000. It's 2025, bro. You're going to have ladies training. You're going to have kids training. You're going to have moms and dads. How do you think you're going to make money in this sport? If you just got young 20-year-olds at your gym, that gym ain't going to make any money. You're going to lose money. Not to say you can't have a competition team. Yeah, well, if they don't want women in, you know, Nikki Rod and J Rod, they can start their own school. They can have little program with just them and a couple killers, and they just train together. But again, we don't know B Team's finances. You know, Craig Jones out there hustling, but the school has to be, you know, has to make a profit for itself, right? They got a lot of instructors. You think they can afford to lose students? You think they can afford to lose drop-ins? No, that's how they make money. How many people they got on payroll? I don't even know. You know, they got the other business owner, Seth. They got Craig. You know, Craig can make money. He'll be okay. But the other dudes, the other guys, they make money by teaching, right? Competing and teaching. Who do you compete? Who do you teach? Who's paying? Where does the money come from when you're teaching? Comes from the students. Okay? You can't pick and choose who's coming to your school. You market to everybody. You get a certain percentage of women, you get a certain percentage of men, you get a certain percentage of kids. You should be trying, all the schools I know that are successful, try to get everybody. Look at AOJ. What's the bread and butter of AOJ? One of the best schools in the world. It's the kids program. They got Tynan world champion, multiple time world champion. He be teaching the kids. I don't even know if he teaches adults. He be in the kids class mostly. Even Antos who be teaching the kids. You got Andre Galvao, you got Andy Murasaki, you got all these. Didn't that guy just win the tournament? Yeah, he's got to go teach the kids class now. Yeah, I feel like when people say that kind of stuff, because there's some really good female athletes out there. There's some really good female training partners. If you're smart, you should be able to train with everybody. You know, I try to train with everybody. You know, the ladies, the young not so much the young kids. I will train with some of the young kids. I'll train with some of the younger guys a little bit. You got to mix and match your training. Bro, get out of here with that, bro. That's Dagestan. We talking about America, bro. Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that, bro. That's Dagestan. That's a whole different culture, different country. Okay. Yeah, but you know, Dagestan, you can move to Dagestan if you want. I heard it's pretty nice, actually. But man, you know, Dagestan ain't got no female wrestlers that compete internationally because they don't really let them train. Actually, some of the ladies, the moms, they know the technique, but I don't think they really. I can't name any Dagestani girls. Maybe you guys know some. But man, look at America. America has the fastest growing. Thanks. Yeah. That doesn't make it right though. So going back to America, one of the fastest growing sports is female wrestling, and in fact, it was at the 2024 Olympics last year. The females wrestling team was the only ones that brought home the gold. Was the only one that really showcased American wrestling. Wasn't the dudes? The dudes kind of fell apart. You know, Kyle Snyder, Kyle Dake, the Kyles fell apart. You had a few other guys that did really well. Yeah, you know he ain't happy, bro. So based off J Rod's ex-girlfriend, in her statement, she said that, you know, Nikki Rod was trying to cover up the story for Jacob, which, I mean, he's a big brother. He where was he at before all this got out of control? Or maybe he didn't see this as an issue. I don't know. So he is trying to do damage control. Obviously, I understand family ties. You know, it's your bro. You're the big bro. You got to take care of your brother. But you also got to hold your brother accountable for if he messed up. You know, you say, hey, man, my brother messed up. We're going to get him help. We're going to get him into rehab or therapy, whatever he needs to do. We're going to try to make changes. You know, we're sorry to all the women of B Team affected by this. Anything we can do to help out, or I don't know if they can make it better, but there's a lot of things he could do. So I don't know. Again, these are your guys' heroes. You guys love these guys. I'm over here telling you guys to be careful. Be careful who you follow and who you're trying to emulate. But yeah, I think the sport it's only going to grow when you have the ladies in there with everybody, and you have the kids. You need everybody to succeed. I don't know any successful gym that is. That's true, but that's not all women. Some women do want a women's only class. Can you blame them? They got so many creeps over here. They want to be protected in the women's only class. But some women do train with men. Look at a team that does really well. Off the top of my head is Tim Planet. We watched the Eddie Bravo series, the 3-part series. Man, they have the men and the women in there together. I'm not saying you can't have a women's only program, but the regular class got to be inviting too. Okay, you need the regular class to be inviting. If you want that vibe, if you want people to enjoy the environment, you got to have that community, man. You got to have that community. Things are changing. If you want to go to Dagestan, you can have the bro culture. Khabib will shave your head, and you do whatever you want. You ain't gonna get caught with anything over there. Hopefully not. But this is America. We can't discriminate. We can't keep one group of people out and say, okay, you guys go train over there. You can't train here at this time. Like, that ain't gonna happen. It's not possible. You're gonna get sued. So we had to adapt. And again, the women are good. They're good athletes. So, as a coach, you want the best athletes you can get. You want the best women, the best men, the best kids you can get. And it's only going to help you, It's only going to help your program when you're firing on all those cylinders. Yeah, let's get back to the story. I'm over here. I'm not trying to preach though. So basically the same story. In the wake of Jacob J. Rodriguez's recent video statement addressing his exit from B Team Jiu-Jitsu, a former member and ex-girlfriend has come forward with a detailed response. Let me switch to article mode. There you go. Detailed response alleging that Rodriguez's explanation omits serious and disturbing behavior that ultimately led to his removal. Rodriguez stated in his video that he was asked to leave B Team because of having screenshots of a woman's public Instagram page as well as explicit material on his phone. However, the ex-girlfriend disputes this account as a partial truth that misleads the public and downplays the full extent of his actions. The ex claims that Rodriguez's behavior involved a more systematic and troubling pattern. She alleges that he created secret vaults on his phone containing folders of explicit content organized by women's names, many of whom resembled women he trained with. These folders contain Instagram photos and explicit content. She clarifies that while the photos may have been publicly available, the organization and nature of the content raised serious concerns among B Team members. She further states that the material was discovered in September 2024, but she remained silent months out of fear and trauma. It wasn't until December 17, 2024 that she confronted Nikki Rodriguez with the details. Feeling physically ill from keeping the information to herself, she explained that she had seen and left it to Nick to decide how to proceed. She quietly left the next day, December 18th, without asking the owners to remove J-Rod. She stresses that the rumors of her demanding yeah, I mean, would you be like, all right, AOJ, kick all the ladies out of your school? They would be like, they'll look at you like, are you crazy, bro? Get out of here. You know how many? I don't know how many ladies they got. I bet you they got like 200 or 300 ladies. They ain't kicking. You ain't kicking 300 people out your gym. You stupid if you do that, bro. And kids, they probably got 200, 300 kids. Yeah, I mean, if you guys send your wife or kids anywhere, daughters, kids, they're going to AOJ. they're gonna get good at AOJ. You know, I mean, yeah, clearly you want to send your family places where they'll be safe, and well, that's you, bro. That's not me. You know, if the girl's training, what if the girl trained before? You met her at the gym, or you met her through jiu-jitsu. She's already training. She could train, man. I mean, yeah. I listen. I ain't controlling no girls. They want to do it. They're gonna do whatever they want to do. Yeah. Well, we're trying to get rid of the predators, bro. That's why I'm telling you guys not to defend the predators. That's trying to get that point across. Don't defend the predators, guys. Get the predators out of there. Yeah, a lot of people defending some of these actions, and you know they would never let their wife or kids be around this. I mean, yeah. So yeah. I mean, your wife and kids should be able to train martial arts. You want them to be protected and safe and learn how to defend themselves. So we read a lot of this stuff. Again, she says that Jacob knows the truth. Hopefully one day he can come to grips with what he has done and focus on being a positive influence for the kids that looked up to him, as well as the women that want to participate in this great sport. So yeah, frog in my throat, guys. Cooked. So guys, I'm all for having ladies in the sport. You know, the more people that do jiu-jitsu, the better the sport can become. The more approachable the sport can become. You spamming me, man. Get out of here with that spam, bro. I'm blocking you, bro. I mean, clearly, hopefully, you have discernment to go to a good school, and you know you can trust the people around you. There are some bad schools out there. You gotta do some research, check the vibe. You know, see if J-Rod's in the corner over there. Yo, is J-Rod in the corner? We gotta go to a different school, baby. Yeah, he can go over there. He can go affect their business. I assure you, Kingsway want to make a profit too. You know, the more creepy people you got at your gym, you know, your business ain't gonna do well. We got some Reddit. So I read this post earlier. We're gonna look at what the Reddit people got to say. Usually they don't got nothing good to say though. It says, although it's not right, it's also not entirely surprising that Nicky would support his brother initially. I think the important thing was B-Team cut Jay and has been pretty transparent with everything through the entire process. So yeah, that's probably why Nicky Rod's not happy. His brother got kicked out the team, and you know, maybe he was fighting for his brother, but everybody kind of made that executive decision over him. And it's true, but that's because that behavior was allowed to fester. But things are changing. We're trying to change it. I'm trying to change it, guys. One video at a time, one story at a time. So there are some good academies out there. You got to find the ones that are more family oriented. You know, husband and wife. That's Iron Horse right there. Got cousin Tony. Got his wife, his kids. You know, they're coming through the gym too. Got a lot of families, a lot of kids. Most of the people are married. You got a few single crew, but you know. We keep our eyes on them. If we got any creepy people at the gym, we're like, hey, bro, calm down, bro. If there's a new lady coming in the gym, hey, man, control yourself, man. Don't be sliding in a DM. Don't do nothing weird. We call that behavior out immediately. We see the behavior coming. so you got to do your research, guys. Sometimes you can't, maybe you can't take your family to the B team gym. Maybe take them to a different gym, take them to Gracie Baja or somewhere. I don't know, somewhere a little bit more family oriented. Let's see. I wonder if this means he will be leaving soon as well. I think he will. Maybe not now, but maybe in a few months. Wouldn't be surprised if we see another team gym forming with the Rod Bros later this year. Big Bro isn't gonna leave J Rod hanging. Everyone will forget the J Rod thing soon. Plus he'll naturally mature with age. That ain't true. Most people don't mature. New dad plus only a few years left in his competitive prime. Oh yeah, I forgot he had a kid recently. He tired. He ain't sleeping. His brother over here messing up, allegedly. Better to start a new gym and get like 80% than splitting the pie 5 ways at B team. Perhaps I'm misreading your post, but I don't think physically. Okay, can't say that. True, the Rod brothers aren't exactly the brains of the operation, though. I can't see Joe Chin leaving Craig for the Rod brothers. I mean, if Joseph's smart, he wouldn't go either. J Rod is 23. It's not like he's a 14-year-old discovering the internet. He's a perv, allegedly, and this has nothing to do with age or maturity. He's just a dysfunctional human being, allegedly. 80% of their own gym might not even be close to 20% at B team. Dude, being mature is not a valid reason for this. He's an adult. Yeah, he is an adult. If I'm Nikki, you get some disturbing news about a breakup and then the girl leaves the gym the next day, you probably think the issues will kind of resolve itself since the parties have been separated. He probably didn't expect Craig to ask him a few months later about this, and obviously would take his brother's side at the time. Yeah, plus this was shared with me in confidence, and she told no one else. I would feel I also shouldn't tell anyone else. Like Craig Jones apparently has proof that I can't say that part, and yet he doesn't talk about it because it's not his story to tell. Why would that same thing not apply to Nicky Rod? 100% bugs me. Nikki is getting dragged publicly like this with the public Nikki bashing and giving what I mentioned. It's oh, yo, that's Quan's role model, guys. What are you guys talking about Craig Jones like that? You guys just gotta take the good and the bad with Craig. That's your guy's hero. Given Jacob Couch's recent exposure and now this latest incident, it's certainly not an ideal time to be named Jacob and practicing BJJ. It's also not a good time to be named Kyle and be doing wrestling. The Kyles and the Jacobs are taking L's. In an abundance of caution, my gym is removing all Jacobs currently practicing. Yep. Seems to be a lot of dudes in this thread that obviously don't have women in their life. Yeah, a lot of men don't have women in their life. They don't know how to act. Would you want this dude booted from a place? Would you want that dude booted from a place your sister, daughter, spouse, whatever trained at? Absolutely. Sir, this is Reddit. No need to rub it in our faces. Yeah. If J Rod got banned, it kind of answers our question of whose side of the story do we believe. Yeah, and I can appreciate B Team cutting him. It has no place in our sport. One thing I love about this gym I train at, some people beef sometimes, but there is mutual respect, and we have a couple women who are pretty dang good. I'd be personally insulted if one of our guys abused one of our girls, and I was the head coach. A lot of people look up to you when you're the coach or one of the high-level people at the gym. I don't know, man. Without actual evidence of abuse, well, here we go. Someone defending J-Rod here. We can't assume that it occurred. I've seen a lot of women accuse men of abuse when it was really kind of warped in their head. I'm not saying real abuse doesn't occur, but stuff like he blocked the door can really be used out of context. I mean, are you sure? Are you sure about that? I'm not saying that doesn't seem right, man. I don't know. I don't trust that Reddit guy. I say this having been a family lawyer in California. While I've seen some bad guys, I've also seen a surprising number of women who were fine using abuse accusations as a weapon. I've definitely had my primal fear moments when I was like, my client was the bad guy. I'm just reading what he said. Yeah. This is our sport right now. Not exactly the. I mean, Craig is. I get what Craig is doing. He's marketing. Again, the thumbnail is marketing genius. He is a marketing genius, but at what cost? At what cost if the whole sport is just, trashed? At what end did Craig go too far? Or, I mean, obviously, I guess he can keep going forever. I keep telling you guys, it's not all, this jiu-jitsu is not just about money, man. Obviously, we need money to survive, but I mean, when it's all about entertainment, it becomes WWE. We don't know what's real. It's almost like there's a lot of destruction almost. I'm not saying the sport has always been perfect. It's nothing's perfect created by humans, but the longer we go, the more, someone posted, Craig Jones making jokes with trans people and you doing different drugs and, doing crazy stuff. At what point is it like, all right, man, you're going too far. The sport is, being blemished. You don't see this in wrestling. And I mean, clearly wrestling, they had the same issue where they're trying to make more money too, but you don't see, I mean, obviously not Kyle Snyder, but you don't see the high level wrestlers doing all this stuff. You don't see JB having to do this stuff. You don't see Kyle Dake having to do this stuff. You don't see David Taylor doing this stuff. You don't see you don't see Kennedy Blaze doing this. You don't see Helen doing this. You don't see Amit doing this. I just, and arguably wrestling is more popular than jiu-jitsu is popular, but I mean, it's more counterculture. I don't know. You don't see those people doing it. They'll find a way to make a living that's honorable and still respectful and, regardless of my own belief, I tend to believe her account. I don't necessarily think this is the only logical conclusion. B-Team has a lot of exposure, along with Craig's brand and risky humor and upcoming CJI. It certainly makes the most sense from a business standpoint to take no risks. Yeah, what was J-Rod thinking, allegedly? I mean, you're in this situation. Maybe he thought it was too big to get caught or that it would never happen. I mean, you guys, they got a lot riding on that team, the school, the athletes. Like, it's not a joke. I mean, his brother won $1 million. In my head, I'm thinking, I better not screw up. We got some actual money coming in the sport. We better, stay focused. Stay focused on that money. But you see, even Kyle Snyder, what was he doing in Columbus, bro? He's like, I live in Pennsylvania. Why weren't you in Pennsylvania? I mean, don't do that in Pennsylvania either. He should have been focused on wrestling, bro. He got Final X in a month. He over here messing around on Mother's Day. What was he thinking? What was going on in his head? Sometimes we gotta like talk to people, bro. You can't just let the crazy people do whatever they want to do. You gotta be like, hey, yo, Craig, you gotta tone it down, bro. You're going too wild, bro. Do they have people that like tell them that? Like, I wonder, do they have people? Hey, man, you think you went too far? You need to take a little break. Who knows, bro? He probably marketing. He just in marketing mode for CJI. he got too much stuff going on. I hope he's got an assistant or something to keep him straight. Pause on that. To keep him focused. Goonergate. Yep. That guy had too much time on his hands. He should have been training. A lot of these guys, they don't go to school and they just train, and they get too much time on their hands. Bad stuff happens. He was a spaz on the mats, but was systematic in his gooning. Well, you know, sometimes you get focused for the wrong things. They gave him a silver for that. Mythical fighter abstinence rod would place first at ADCC. Yeah, if he wasn't gooning so much, allegedly gooning all the time, he would probably win gold medal. I'm not saying public shame. I'm saying some private shame. Where your buddy? Where your homeboys at, bro? Where's your bro? Your big bro? Where's your homeboys at? Yo, Jay, what are you doing, bro? Somebody need to slap him. Yeah, get your act together, bro. Yo, you go. Where's the intervention? Nobody had an intervention. Yo, if they were your real homeboys, they'd be like, all right, all right, Jay. You got a problem, Jay. You got to stop this behavior, Jay. It's bad, bro. You're gooning too much, Jay. You need to stop gooning, bro. You need to focus on training. Yeah, you need some real ones, man. That's why you need different people at your gym. You need some of the ladies, you need the old heads, you need the young people, and you know, we need that community to keep you in line. You know, when you get one group, a crazy group together, all the autism and whatever else they're on and got, nothing but bad stuff gonna happen. But when you got more regular people around you, oh yeah, I think my behavior's a little deviant. I better calm down a little bit. You know, you need those people around you to kind of, I think I went too far. You know, the kind of almost like a barometer. You know, they tell you, oh, I went too far. Oh, I did too much. Seeing some of the people in the comments defend him is disheartening. CJI YouTube stream was filled with those Tate-loving guys. I'm not going to speak on that too much. These same guys wonder why the women in their life react to them instinctively with a fight or flight response. Yeah, I hated that. I don't mind watching the chats to see what people are saying about matches, but I had to turn those off because of the degenerates. What were they saying? Well, you already heard what they were saying. I'm still amazed that there are grown men who look up to Andrew Tate as some image of masculinity. Yeah, I'm just trying to warn you guys to be careful who you're following. You know, even me, you guys can argue with me. I'll try to defend my point, and if I'm wrong, I'll be like, you know what? Maybe my take was bad. Maybe I was wrong. Have you guys ever heard Craig Jones say he was? Guys, I was wrong on that one. I've never heard him say that. Maybe he has said that. Guys, I was off on that one. Bad job on me. By your mid-30s, you stop looking up to anyone, I think. You just assume everyone's a bit of a knob. This sport is filled with men whose only outlet to hug others is this. Of course, they look up to Tate. He's advertising to their insecurities because they don't know how to connect with other people. Dangerous stuff. There's like zero positive influence for men on the internet. There's some good influences out there. It's just that they're not as vocal as the ones that get all the attention. They're not going to be pushed by the algorithm, the Instagram algorithm or the YouTube algorithm. There are some good people out there, guys. I don't want you to be like everybody's bad and there's no good people. There's no good jiu-jitsu instructors out there. There's no good people out there. There are good people out there. They just either they stick to themselves or their voice doesn't really carry like the other guys do. Just because someone is good at something doesn't mean they're a good person. That is true, guys. Hope people stop defending inexcusable behavior. That's true, guys. That is true. You guys hero worship. It's almost worse in jiu-jitsu because you guys are closer to the heroes. You guys can actually travel to B Team and go train with Craig Jones and Joseph Chin and Nicky Rod and Ethan Krinelstein and all those guys. You can't do that with football or basketball. You can't go shoot hoops with Jordan. You can't go play with whoever's I don't know whoever's in football right now. Yeah, it sounds like he. We're not gonna get into exactly what he did. Jesus Christ, some of you are apes. If you can't understand why Jay needed to be kicked out of the gym. I mean, the worst thing those guys do is swinging and will steal your ex-wife or current wife. I'm joking. Allegedly. I mean, they got their issues too. You know, the Gracie family, they got their issues too. At least they present more as a family. Yeah, well, yeah. That's why I try to educate you guys. You know, be careful who you're following. It's not just young guys. We got old guys that be following these young guys. Quan out there. Quan, 40 years old over there following B Team. Quan. Sorry to put you out there like that, Quan. But yeah, nobody's perfect. You know, the Gracies ain't perfect. Valente Bro definitely not perfect. But you know, if I had to say a safer place, you know, just outside looking in, that's going to be a safer place for your family to go to. And there's gyms like that in your local areas too. I'm not saying they're Gracie affiliated or Gracie Baja, Gracie University, or anything like that, but there's going to be more family oriented gyms out there where you're not going to have to worry about most of this stuff. You know, usually the owner's going to be a little bit older. You know, could be someone that was good at competing or, you know, more technical. But you got to do your research. I mean, you got a team like B Team, and it's all these young dudes, and Craig Jones is the leader. I mean, what do you think is going to happen? I'm surprised this took so long to happen. I thought this would have happened earlier. Unfortunately, trial by Instagram post with Reddit as the judge. I mean, yeah, Jesus Christ. Some of you are apes if you can't understand why Jay needed to be kicked out of the gym. Too much internet, not enough social interaction, addiction, and something is making you intensely out of touch. That's kind of the society nowadays, man. Maybe society it's just society's gotten worse. That might be what's going on. C Team is going to be all perverts. J-Rod for the can't say that. Yeah, this behavior shouldn't be defended. B Team found out and parted ways with J-Rod, which is certainly a proper thing to do, but let's hold off with the pitchforks and torches. Calling someone who did this a predator waters down the term. Ask yourself, if the two different types of photos were stored in separate folders, would he even be banished from B Team? The semantics of this whole situation, well, allegedly from the ex-girlfriend, he was doing other stuff too. He was banished from B Team to save face and because of optics, not because of what was on his phone being so bad. We don't know what that comment says. I'm hoping that Nikki was just being a good brother, believing J-Rod. Bad optics for him being the incumbent CJI heavyweight champ. Most people would help loved ones, even if they killed someone. Those brothers are close. It depends, bro. It's hard to get away with any of that stuff nowadays. Like, hey, bro, just go ahead and turn yourself in, bro. I mean, I ain't going to jail. Hey, man, we can't hide it, bro. Go ahead and turn yourself in, man. I love you, bro. Turn yourself in, bro. So Gordon won in the end, is what you're saying. Gordon is even worse than they are. The post implies Nicky Rod was complicit in this to some degree. So is he going to get the can too now? If more people, well, he didn't do anything. That we know of. If more people come out about Nicky Rod, will it be the end of B Team Golden Era? At this point, she just needs to write as many pages as it takes and explain every single detail, because it's all going to come out anyways, and it matters. They'll kick Nicky Rod out too, if he was complicit, as she says, especially if he knew about the alleged physical abuse. Gooning J-Rod had to mess it up for everyone. Yep, J-Rod, all it takes is one action to mess everything up, guys. That's all it takes. Are we still on YouTube, guys? Is YouTube still going? Are we still good on YouTube? Okay, I think we still good. YouTube be ready to kick me off, man. YouTube. I put some music on something. Anything from UFC, that's it. YouTube take me off. Bizarre how many dudes are okay with general weirdo creepy behavior. I fear for any woman in those dudes' proximity. You know, if you're a girl, you might have to go to 10th Planet. You know, 10th Planet seems way more welcoming of the ladies. If you guys see 10th Planet, like Austin, they seem like, 10th Planet, I'm sure they got their drama too, but they tend to be a little bit better at handling it. You're a real knight in shining armor. She isn't going to mess with you, bro. Point 8 is a serious claim. This is why court exists. Serious defamation of character if false and potentially criminal if true. Really irresponsible on both parties to handle publicly. Well, this is 2025, bro. Everything's public. They got my man. They got my man on camera, bro. Where's the thing at? They got my man with his pants down. Everything's public. Everything's public now, guys. They got my man with his pants down.
Please.
They got my man. Yeah, 10th Planet's pretty chill, bro. They got some issues with the substances and whatever else, but they pretty chill. They ain't hurt nobody. They got my man with his pants down, bro. What's privacy anymore, man? What's not public anymore?
Please. Please. Hands up. Start, sir. Start with that, sir.
I'm glad they didn't get J-Rod like this. Pause. I'm sorry, not to defame him.
Palms together. Yes, sir. No, listen.
Put your palms
Relax.
together.
Breathe for a second, all right, man?
Yes, sir.
What's privacy anymore, guys?
See that right hand right where it's at? I'll pinch on your shirt. All right, man, listen. I'm not going to take you down the hallway, do the walk of shame.
Yep.
So, what's that?
Well, at least they didn't make J-Rod do the walk of shame. That would have been pretty bad.
Thank you very much.
Or towel or something. Step into it.
And it was bad all the way around, guys. Put his pants on, guys. Put his pants on. Put your pants on, man. Put your rudest shorts on, man. Nah, they had to pull his pants up.
Yeah, what property do you have in this room besides your shoes?
That's it.
I gotta know. I gotta know. Did he have underwear on? Let me rewind. Did he have underwear on, guys? Did he have underwear on, guys?
All right, man. Listen, I'm not going to take you down the hallway. Do the walk.
Was he just had the shirt on and then no underwear? What was going on there, guys? Could someone?
What's that?
Put his pants on. Put his pants on right quick. Put his pants on right quick. God, dog, bro. Put his pants on right quick. They had to put his pants on. Was he sporting? Was he
Just drop your drawers. You can get there later.
Yeah.
There you go. I guess we.
Yep.
Sorry.
Nah, put his pants on, guys.
Yeah, what property do you have in this room besides your shoes here?
That's it.
That's it? Okay. You got that? We'll walk.
Dang, they got my man. Free Kyle Snyder, guys. Free Kyle Snyder.
What's your name, dude?
Nah, he's already free. He's already free, guys.
All right, Kyle, listen. Do you have any warrants or anything like that?
No, sir.
Okay. So assuming everything goes smooth, no crazy circumstances, you're gonna get a summons and released, okay?
Okay.
So you
I live in Pennsylvania.
You should have been in Pennsylvania, bro. They got him, man. They got him. All this to say that, what's privacy anymore, guys? What's privacy? All the drama aside, yeah, sure. Y'all sure do love the gossip. Yeah, that's what we're wasting time on. Hopefully we can cover a video or two. So let's move on. Actually, let me read this comment. Someone's defending J-Rod there. It says men need to put themselves in these women's shoes. Would you want to roll with a guy who you know is gooning off is gooning off to your pics of you? Would you want to be in the room? Would you want to be in a room knowing every time he glances at you, he's most likely pitching a tent? If the answer is no, then don't support this behavior. World-renowned grappler or not, he should be getting an example of what not to do. So hopefully, hopefully videos like this can enact a little bit of change, just educating ourselves a little bit on what not to do, not to be creepy, not to be abusive, allegedly, for some of these guys. Substances. Tim Planet, bro. Substances. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Substances. What substances? What I mean, substances. What do you think I mean by substances? Tim Planet and substances? Are you really training at Tim Planet? Or maybe you just started. Don't worry about it then, bro. Let's move on because I want to get some jiu-jitsu, a little bit of jiu-jitsu in, hopefully. We had some other news. This was pretty bad, actually. It says Robert Deagle. I know some of you guys like Robert Deagle. He was also part of the Danaher squad, and then I believe he moved over to B Team. I think he travels Asia mostly now. Robert Deagle gets into a bad car crash in Vietnam. Says he may have broken his hip. Also posted a comment about feeling unwell about 25 minutes ago. He definitely having a rough go at it recently. That's not what I meant by substances. Substances can be whatever you want, bro. Whatever you want the substances to be, you can find it at Tim Planet. Don't worry, bro. Just go in the bathroom. You'll find it. Open your eyes, keep your eyes open, go in the bathroom. You'll see all the substances right there. It says he's definitely having a rough go of it recently. Not long ago, he got a coaching gig in Australia. Oh, I didn't know that. Which I know he was pretty happy about. Shortly after, he's had a few coaching gigs. Wasn't he supposed to be at what's the one championship gym or whatever, one gym or the one in Singapore? He's supposed to be in a few places. Shortly after, about 10 days ago, someone vandalized and stole his motorbike, and he was promoting his instructionals with a discount code to get it repaired. And now this has happened. I don't know what his injuries are exactly, but I'm guessing the hospital is going to leave him with some kind of bill. Well, if he's in Vietnam, it should be a little bit cheaper, In Vietnam, that's like $50. Get the hip surgery. America, you're never going to financially recover from that hip replacement, hip surgery or anything. I'm not Deagle myself, but I'd like to see he's able to recover well from this run of bad luck. I'm going to make this opportunity to plug his stuff here. I'm sure he will appreciate all well wishes via Instagram. So yeah, he said he landed in Vietnam, got into a very bad car accident. I'm completely okay, but someone I love is hurt bad. Please pray for us. Not a joke. Actually, I think I spoke too soon about my injuries. Not sure, but may have broken my hip. Adrenaline masked it. Hope it's not too bad. I can still do trials. If not, I will do second Euro and North American. So he's got dual citizenship, so he can do both. The accident, my GPS took me this weird twisting route where you couldn't see much around corners. I should have trusted my gut and gone the normal way, but I didn't. A huge truck came almost out of nowhere and hit us on the side. Wow. We both went flying. It's a miracle we're alive. That is, without a doubt, the closest I have ever been to death. Oh, man. Love him or hate him, we don't want to see anybody get injured. I don't want to see anybody. I don't like seeing this drama stuff, guys. I don't like seeing people getting arrested in a sting operation. I don't like seeing people get, they're in trouble for gooning left and right. I don't want to see people getting in trouble for abusing a significant other emotionally or physically. I don't like seeing that stuff. I like just the sport of jiu-jitsu. I want everybody to train, everybody to be welcome, nobody to be ostracized, everybody have a good time. That's what I aim for. But the world's not perfect. So this is Deagle here. He says, first of all, thank you for all the kind words. I'm okay. My loved one is not so much. She is doing better, but is struggling with a much more severe injury than I suffered. She is getting surgery. Wow. I came back to Vietnam for a week to visit friends. I love this country so much. It feels like my home at this point. I consider myself a very conservative conservative driver. I have been driving scooters in Southeast Asia for years and have never had an accident. Today or last night, all the same to me since I have not slept, was the first time. We got hit from the side by a truck and went flying. When the collision happened, my first thought was that we were going to die. After the collision, I started screaming her name. After I got up, I ran to her, called an ambulance with the help of Vietnamese speaking bystanders, and rushed to the hospital. My main priority at the moment is being able to pay for her stay in the expensive American hospital where she will get better treatment. If you want to help, please consider buying an instructional, signing up for the Patreon, or doing an online private, or joining my coaching program. In addition, I still need to pay for the bike damages that happened when my bike was vandalized weeks ago in Australia, which came out to 800 AUD. Thank you. He later said, by the grace of God, I have no breaks or fractures, but the same can't be said for my loved one, who will have what seems like a very long recovery. Thank God we're alive, but I'm really had to support them. So yeah, be careful out there, guys. Be careful out there. So back on Reddit, we got the same post we looked at earlier. This post, is that the one? Where's the one with Craig Jones? The one where he smashed the picture. This one that I have no sound for. So back to this one, we got the Reddit post on that one. It says, no way Flo agreed to participate in this if they thought Gord was ever going to compete again. Gordon is making content for Fight Pass now. He is their competitor. But anyway, it's just a skit. Allegiances change every day in this sport. Case in point, last year Craig couldn't shut up about how big of scumbags Flo were. Now he is making viral social media content for them. Craig said Gordon and Nat were, I can't say that. Now Gordon's gym is at CJI too. At the end of the day, it's all just theater, and people only care about making money. If Flo pitches some profitable venture to Gordon, Gordon will take it. Yeah, so you guys get all worked up about what these guys are doing. Gordon hates Craig. Craig hates Gordon. They just trying to make money. None of this stuff is real. Maybe some of that stuff is real. I don't know how much of that stuff is real. But at the end of the day, they're just trying to make money. Which, while I do want people to make money, I'm wondering at what cost. What is that money worth? You guys selling your souls? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe it's worth it for those guys to sell their souls for, They did a South Park episode on this. Yeah, I don't know why, man. Doesn't excuse their behavior, Doesn't excuse their behavior, Says, wow, Flo office workers need to go to acting school. Need to work the Fielder method. They need to go to top business schools in Canads and get some good grades. I don't know what that's from. WWF level of hype for the Jones versus Gordon hardcore alley match with barbed wire and flames around the edges of the alley. As far as pranks go, he's done better. The Gabby kiss was kind of his peak. He really took one for the team on that one. And a lot of times you just can't stay on top. It's just not what was working a year ago. That's old now. He just broke that with his bare knee. Why would you not wear pants for this skit? Did you not see the length of those jeans? No knees were injured in the making of this clip. Let's see. For good reason. I do find it hilarious that Craig Jones likes to wear the smallest shorts possible and roll in, and then those vintage mid-shin jams off the mats. Craig has admitted, okay, can't say that. All this drama when he has 3 chances to beat him. When he's had 3 chances to beat him. Geez, he's lucky he didn't slice himself open. Says, okay, I get it. Combat Jorts Grappling League is coming the way to bring gi and no gi worlds together. Someone is jealous of Gordon. Am I missing the joke or something? Is there some kind of big announcement that is leading up to something or something? Doubt it. Gordon's already beaten him 3 times. I'm a fan of both, but he's lost 3 times. Hilarious. Pause. Am I the only one who thought this joke was old years ago? Oh. man, it's hard to stay relevant, you know? That's why Drake was allegedly biting off so many people's styles. Craig, you need to start biting off the younger people's styles, bro. Get some Gen Z in there, bro. Am I the only one who thought his jokes got old years ago? Neither of these guys are active competitors at the moment. It's looking highly likely neither of them compete again. Craig has lost to Gordon 3 times. I'd much rather see him calling out Nicholas or Luke or something. I'm new to BJJ. I think it's played out. Wow. Uh-oh. I love CJI, and yeah, the fireplace apology video was kind of funny, but let's give it a rest. The rivalry isn't to hype up a match between them. It goes beyond jiu-jitsu. Craig could be the old man, and he could be an old man, and he's still going to provoke Gordon. It's become a meme at this point. So, man, they're saying this stuff is getting old, which I kind of agree. I agree. Everything's getting old. So we're gonna watch some matches. Okay, we got about. Let's see. We got a few matches. What is that? Let's see. We got Mayram. Let's see what Mayram's got to do. Show us. Mayram with the guard pull. So these guys are like light feather and feather. So they're quick.
De lado Baby Shark, do outro lado o Mayram. Sua expectativa, Vitor Dória?
Olha, a minha expectativa ela acabou de mudar, porque
they're both good,
eles
man.
dois falaram que não queriam ficar por baixo.
Yeah, Baby Shark, he won ADCC. You got Mayram, he won Worlds. Featherweight? Did he win Featherweight?
Queda, e o Mayram entrou ali com
so he's got the pant leg. How did he do that? So he's got the pant leg, he switches right here, left hand pant leg, right hand on the sleeve, kicks under, goes for a bump, and he's able to invert here. It's like a single leg X with the spider hook position.
Diogo é difícil de raspar, viu?
So Hashpad and sweep.
Base boa, que pô, impressionante. Então vai ficar ali agora, vamos ver o que vai acontecer.
Nice. So Mayram's tough to beat, bro, and he's a lot bigger than Baby Shark. So he gets a sweep. Mayram, Baby Shark's forced to play in this single leg X position, but because the height difference, it's harder for him to hold this position. So a lot of times the tall guys can do like this crazy back step towards that top leg, so towards his right. He's gonna pressure in.
Vai botar seu cinturão para jogo contra o Adam Vargas.
Yeah, probably gonna backstep at some point here.
E cara, o Mayram defende muito bem a 50, você vê?
He's able to force a half guard. So you see he's keeping that sleeve. Might look for underhook.
E agora tá tentando subir na meia, mas sem deixar o Diogo ali.
Baby Shark, I don't know if he was injured or something. He kind of seems not the same.
O Diogo tá com uma lapela ali por fora da perna e ele vai querer inverter agora, vai querer entrar a cabeça, mas a mão do Mayram já tá segurando a cabeça.
Butterfly hook in. Let's see what Mayram does though.
Ele não inverter. Conseguiu levantar.
He's got a really nice lapel grip with his left hand. I don't know if you guys can see Baby Shark's left hand. So he's probably gonna try to push Mayram back, come for a sweep, but Mayram's got a great base. And again, the height advantage comes into play.
Mas o Mayram ele tem uma base muito boa, cara. Já arbitro a luta desse garoto aí desde faixa roxa. É impressionante como ele consegue se desvencilhar desse tipo de guarda. Mas o Diogo também é muito bom, né?
See, I was able to post, so it's going to be hard for Baby Shark to off-balance him. Nice, goes to invert, pulls in 50-50. Not sure if this was the best idea, especially someone taller. When you pull 50-50 on someone taller, they can step out. Yeah, dang. That was nice. Let's rewind that. That was nice. So he's able to undo the lock and then step through. So this is the issue when you play 50-50 on someone taller. And then he's able to get past here. Baby Shark tries to turn with it, but so he messed up here, guys. So you see when they broke apart and then they came back together, Mayram was able to get both pant leg control there. So he's no Baby Shark, no Baby Shark, no. It's hard, bro. He can't break those grips, and you know Mayram's good, bro. He's gonna outside pass and move. Caralho. Hair tie came off. I remember those days.
Que scramble, meus amigos.
Ao melhor estilo predador. O Meihan conseguiu colar na lateral e estabilizou a sua passagem de guarda 5-0.
So you got to pass. So 3 and 2 makes 5.
Eu acho que é.
Yeah.
Complicou
I
agora.
don't know why these guys are fighting, because Baby Shark, you know, he's like a light feather, you know, was that like 135, 145 or something like that? And Mayrum, I think Mayrum's going up to lightweight or something. So Mayrum used to, I think Mayrum won light feather. Yeah, he won light feather, I believe, and then he won light feather. Now he's going for lightweight, so you know, lightweight's like under 167 with the gi on. Looks like he's got a 50-50. Ashi for my no-gi guys. He could maybe do, there might be a matrix entry from here or something, I don't know. He's got to go outside the leg.
Até conseguir passar e agora 5-0 pro
He's using the lapel too. It's hard to see because the lapel's black.
Não que o Meihan não fosse capaz de vencer.
He's in the backside, which you can't go for. He's going for a knee bar. But you see Mayrum's covering his hip. So that looks like a little bit of pressure. But you see he's controlling the hip. It's kind of hard to finish that. He's looking for a toe hold. Might give up his back. Oh no. I don't think it was worth it. So Diogo got 2 advantages. So advantages are near submission attempts. That knee bar. Oh, got another guard pass. Dang. Where did that come from? So he's able to leg drag from here. He's able to leg drag the top leg here. Boom. Then go into like a Toriando-ish pass. Sometimes not your day, man. Sometimes you got a rough day at the office, bro. So now 8-0. Yeah, rough day at the office, man. Not much you can do. 1 minute 50 seconds. What are you gonna do in that situation, guys?
Pra gente que tá esperando uma luta em pé, obrigado por a queda, uma vitória na vantagem de 2-0. Um placar de 8-0 vem se desenhando uma vantagem muito grande. E foi o que eu falei, cara. O Diogo virar esse placar, porque finalizar eu acho muito pouco provável.
E nesse nível a gente sabe que...
I got a penalty. Was that a warning?
Primeira punição, BJJ Stars, 10 segundos. Meihan chegou no 100
penalty.
quilos. Tá
So they're quick to get the penalty whenever, you know, the action's slowing down.
Punição com vantagem. Aqui a primeira punição já é punição com vantagem. Se tomar outra
I think Diego's kind of accepted the match is kind of, you know, black belt, you just gotta like accept the match is kind of over at this point, you know. It's impossible to come back in that time period.
Pode dar, ele solta, volta a fazer passagem de guarda, tem problema não, volta em pé. Ele tá de
yeah,
boa.
you would. Yeah, it's hard. No gi, maybe you could come back. In the gi, you're like, well, that match is gone. It's a wash.
Eles vão voltar como, o Gabriel Baby?
Eu acho que isso, voltou em pé.
O Meihan saiu. Ele soltou os 100 quilos e foi pra frente da guarda do Diogo e saiu
Hey, nice little guard pull. You know, 50 seconds, bro. What kind of sweep you think you're gonna hit in 50 seconds? That's only 2 points. You would need a submission to win at this point.
Foi da guarda que ele encaixou uma finalização.
Looking for a squid guard, possibly.
A esperança dele é essa, ó. Tentar embolar ali e sair numa leg lock.
Shoot, that was nice. So he's attacking that far leg. Kind of like from Keymaster, he throws it away. Throws it. Boom, there. Toriando. One arm.
Acabou tomando, quem sabe, mais uma passagem de guarda. Ali cola a cabeça no peito, o Meihan do Diogo Reis.
Nice. That's kind of the worst we've seen Baby Shark get beaten.
O que falta ali, Gabriel Baby?
Ele ainda não passou a linha do quadril, ele tem que andar pouquinho mais pra frente.
Why did Mika fight him? Mika should have been out there fighting Mayrum.
É que a gente tá pelo ângulo da TV aqui, né?
Sim,
exatamente.
Yeah, that would be a good match, Mayrum versus Mika.
Agora, ó, esse
tá
ângulo.
Na frente,
3 pontos de passagem, exatamente.
11-0, Vitor Dori.
Rapaz. É tipo...
That's basically it, yeah. Good match, man. Look at that respect, man. Did you guys hear any of these guys talking trash or anything? No. Breaking anything? No. Man, just good jiu-jitsu.
Não, nunca vi.
Let's watch Elijah Dorsey. So this is a couple weeks ago at Brasileiros. Hey, guard jump. Nice outside pass. Let me turn the audio down. Good coverage. Get out of there, Tiny. Nice side-to-side passing. There you go. You know he was hyped up from the last match. Jumped on the armbar. So we'll rewind that real fast. Like a one arm throw. Keeps throwing. It keeps that pant leg. So jumps on the arm. Boom. Armbar finish. Nice. So we were watching Rosinski. Rosinski only had 3 matches or something, guys. But when we watch like Elijah or you know, Jansen, they have a ton of matches. You got Tariq. Shout out to Tarek, man. Tariq. Oh, that was nice. Yeah, my Norwegian friend. So got like a JB double right into a guard pass. Dang. I don't know if he would get 4. How many points he got for that? 2. Tarek's trying to. No. He just kind of got blitzed. Yo, pause for a second. Why did they have the Gringos together? Why were the Gringos fighting? Second match. Match number 3. This guy looks a lot bigger. Big breakfast. Opponent goes to the pool. Right into the outside pass by Big Breakfast. Hey. Kind of missed the move, but no points for that. Nice. Well, he wrestling up. You know, he did a lot of no-gi, so he wrestling up. This how Jeff be grappling. I think it's good to be passionate, but you don't need to be this emotional when you're grappling, guys. Opponent goes to pull again. I don't think he should have pulled because he saw Elijah was kind of moving really well. Almost in like a what's that count? A duck underpass kind of position. Moves to the other side. He's going to pressure in. And if he opens that top leg up, Elijah just going to come back through. So bad situation. He's trying to get his leg back in. Elijah's kind of sticking tight. I think Elijah's keep a little bit more pressure on him. A little bit of pause, you know. Been jumping around for 3 minutes. You gotta take a little pause, guys. Let's see what kind of. Let's see what he does. He should pull that leg across his body. Op goes back to a lasso. Dorsey's. We call this like a deadlift stance. Double sleeve. Some lasso. Dorsey's kind of matrixing out. Moving his shoulders away. Keeping a good wide base. A little slow, you know. Switching, trying to loop out the lasso. Nice. Nice. Hey, let's rewind. That was nice. So once that De La Riva loosened up, he was able to jump out. Right here. Boom. Step over. Back step. Hooks. Nice. 3/4 mount. Opponent is forced to turtle. So man, yeah, you just gotta go out there and fight. That's good information for me. Oh, there's Espen over there. Shout out to Espen. Why didn't he compete? Espen, why didn't you compete, bro? You guys see Espen right here? Maybe just coaching or something. So Elijah's on the back. Nice. Man, Elijah's doing good, bro. We're gonna fast forward, guys. Nice. Oh, it's gonna fast forward, but it's got good. Nice head and arm. Ezekiel. That's an old school move. That move older than me. That was his third match. Fourth match. Oh. He only had 4 matches then. Nice. We saw this one versus Tynan. That was a good match. I think I haven't seen Tynan scramble this much in a long time. I did watch this match before. I thought the points were a little off. He does his really good kind of reverse. I think Tony was working this reverse matrix kind of move. Into like a waiter type position. Tynan is so flexible because he's not really supposed to be a middleweight. He's supposed to be a like featherweight. He naturally supposed to be a featherweight. This might be it. I'm a little tired, guys. Some nice outside passing by Dorsey. Here, he should have. I think he's doing a good job. I think he should have just turned the pace up. That would be my only critique, especially against Tynan. I think he should have just gone and gassed himself out. Because Tynan was looking human in this match. Yeah, he should have just gassed himself out completely. But you know, it's Tynan, guys. He's strong and flexible and technical. It's kind of not fair, actually. Tynan's got the single leg X. Nothing really happens until he gets into that Ashi entry. Which I don't think. I guess Big Breakfast didn't really expect. I probably would have torn my knee with that move right there. Leg drag, hashma. Leg drag, sweep. Sweep to leg drag. Nice. There we go. Yep. So yeah, my only advice to Elijah would be just to turn the pace up, like he's doing here. All right, Elijah, just go, bro. Just go. The whole 7 minutes. He's young. He can go. He's not like me, where he'd get tired and gas out. He can go for like 7 minutes straight. Yeah, nothing really happens until we hit that Ashi entry. Around soon. Like, look how, like, when they're here, he's doing really well. He was doing really well. His passing was looking really good. But you just got to keep it up the whole time. The thing is, I don't think pressure really works on Tynan, because you see how flexible he is. Kind of the same deal with Mika, but Mika's more flexible. So like, you try to pressure in, these guys can get into some wonky positions. So very similar situation. He jumps across. Yeah, he did that earlier, right? It's hard to get through. He's trying to do like a lapel arm drag here. Belt drag. Didn't work. Eventually he does get into an Ashi here, I believe. No, not there. Okay, close. Yeah, we'll be done after this, guys. I know you guys are tired of me. Genova. So basically K-guard. He's doing all the no-gi stuff. I forget how he set up the Ashi though. It's coming up soon, guys. De La Riva. Yeah, maybe somewhere here. I can't remember exactly. He's got the lapel grip. No Sabi. De La Riva X. So here, it's here. He goes shin to shin. Oh, he lost it. I think he must go for it again because I definitely remember that. But man, Dorsey was doing good, bro. He should have just kept it up, bro. He should have just kept going. Move to your left. Move to your left. He wouldn't listen to his coaches. Move the ball. Very good. So here, I think he slowed down. He got tired. Dorsey, you young, bro. Do some cardio, bro. He might have won a ref decision if he went the whole distance without getting swept. Nice pressure. Right there. Pressure. Pressure. I know I'm saying push the whole time. It's hard. It's hard to push, guys. 2 minutes, 4 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes is tough. Dorsey was slowing down, unfortunately. I think they... Here, yeah. Oh, that was the entry. So you had the pant and the collar, cross collar grip, I believe, or sleeve. I know you had a collar grip. Shin to shin. You go shin to shin. Look. Shin to shin. Kicks under. Traps the far leg. Ashi. He's able to sweep. Perna controlled the leg. So he comes up with the sweep. Okay, 2 points. Dorsey tries to sweep it back immediately. I mean, if he pulled, it would have been anytime he would have pulled, it would have been okay, as long as it wasn't didn't get 2 points scored against him. I wasn't really sure what happened here. I mean, Tynan could pull. Actually, if he pulled, I don't know if that would have been a sweep. Okay, he pulled there. Nice, right into outside pass. Dorsey did good, man. He did good. He did good. He did, yeah. Oh. You just gotta push, bro. Almost got the Troy bar. He's able to get out of that. Yeah, if you're fighting AOJ guys, stay out of 50-50, bro. For the love of God. Yeah, but it could have gone. It was close though. You know, we had some Langerker. Tommy Langerker was saying that Dorsey won. I mean, you know, man, there's always some new up and coming guys coming after you, bro. You know, if it's not Big Breakfast, it's somebody else coming for you. So the fact that Tynan has stayed on top for so long is good. I mean, that's pretty tough. Somebody gonna figure out your game, or somebody gonna get your number, or you know, you slip off a little bit. So again, 50-50, not the best place to be against the AOJ guy. They basically invented the 50-50 in the gi game. You know, Bruno Frazato, the Mendez Bros. I wish you guys could have seen jiu-jitsu before 50-50. It was pretty exciting. That was about 10 years ago, man. It was pretty exciting before 50-50. Before 50-50, you had to play guard. You had to like play spider and sweep. I can't see what Tynan's doing back there, but he's got something. Nice. So I think Big Breakfast pretty much. So they started giving Tynan points here. But it's supposed to be. It says 3 seconds. Was it 3 seconds? Let's see. I'm gonna count. Let's see. But when does it count as him being on the ground? Okay, he let go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, okay. Is 3 seconds enough time though? Was 3 seconds? That was really quick, huh? So he got 2 points for the 3 seconds of sweeping that. But was that controlled though? Did he control this? Was this controlled? He's in a toe hole. He's defending. It wasn't until here. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, was that controlled, guys? I think the 2 points came a little too fast. If it was me, they would not have given me the 2 points. The 2 points, you're like, where are my 2 points at? So Elijah almost jumps in the mount, and we haven't seen Tynan in this much trouble. He's in the underhook half guard. He was in some trouble. Have you guys seen Tynan in this much trouble? I haven't. Kimura. Yo, have you guys seen Tynan in a Kimura? Maybe against Tommy Lankiker. He's able to get a sweep. And once he pops his head out, I think they give him another 2 points. So I was arguing that it should have been possibly 4-0, not 6-0, which they give him more points. He said, get off me, bro. Get off me. So that was a good match, man. You know, Big Breakfast, he in Brazil. And he was doing that in Brazil. So I think that's it, guys. We were going to watch the Cole stuff, but I'm tired. My voice tired. So should be on tomorrow around 9 or 10 or something. We'll know. Who knows? Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. As always, if you guys want to support the channel, you can like this video for one. That helps. Otherwise, check out Inverted Gear. Go get some gear from Inverted Gear. You guys know I be playing that Inverted Gear video all the time. We also got BJJ Mental Models, who I'm still working on a video for. So that's it, guys. I'm going to dip. I'm going to play myself out. Hope you guys have a great Wednesday. Stay out of trouble. Don't get caught gooning. Don't get caught in the sting operation. Okay? Stay out of trouble, guys. And I'll see ya. Bye-bye, guys. Be good. Hey. Inverted Gear, guys. Offer code ALEC. ALEC, man. Get some gear. Get some gis. Get some no gi. Get a bag. I don't know, man. We got Jiu-Jitsu World League. We got ADCC Opens. The only thing is IBJJF been around the longest, so it's hard to beat them out. We'll see, man. We'll see. See you guys.